1899 Christmas in New York. The coolest man Hollywood would ever know was born, a doctor for a father. A well-known illustrator for a mother, Humphrey Bogart, ranked #1 on the AFI list of the greatest actors of all time. He joined the American Navy in World War I and suffered a neck injury. After the war, Broadway went nowhere for him. He did not enter Hollywood until his 30s. He signed a contract with the major studio Warner Brothers. He was often cast as the nervous opponent or underling to James Cagney, 1941. The film that finally made people notice him was released, The Maltese Falcon, directed by John Huston. He played Sam Spade, a cynical private detective, hired to recover a valuable object. He witnesses lies driven by money. It becomes a story of betrayal, murder, and people turning on one another. The film introduced a crime story without heroes. This was the moment Humphrey Bogart became a star. The following year, 1942, Casablanca made his name known worldwide. Warner Brothers initially considered James Cagney, but the role didn't fit him. The role ultimately went to Bogart. He played Rick, a cynical bar owner who chooses duty over love in wartime. 1944, To Have and Have Not, based on a novel by Ernest Hemingway. Harry Morgan runs a boat business. Neutral to both sides, he unexpectedly falls in love. The woman was Lauren Bacall, who would later become his wife. Bogart was 45. Bacall was only 19. Some claimed she married him for fame. Time told a different story. 2 children. A quiet, supportive life together. He reunited with John Huston. One of their greatest collaborations, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, a story of men collapsing under greed. Happiness turning to ashes in an instant. As time passed, his health began to decline. Reuniting with John Huston, The African Queen was filmed on location in Africa, where extreme heat and poor sanitary conditions created severe hardships. It became the only film starring both Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. Ranked #1 by the American Film Institute, he finally won the Academy Award for Best Actor. His condition continued to worsen. In January 1956, he was diagnosed with terminal esophageal cancer. 1 year later, in January 1957, he died at the age of 57. Thousands gathered outside the church to mourn his death. Nearly 70 years have passed since he left us. The image of him in a trench coat and fedora, wearing that cynical expression, still lives vividly on screen.